very popular question I get asked from my SIBO clients is, can I still drink if I have SIBO? The short answer, yes, but carefully. The long answer, let's dive in a little bit deeper. Hi, I'm Bex Cavanagh, a gut health dietitian and part of the Institute for Digestive Wellbeing expert team. By now, you probably know that SIBO, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, is when bacteria that should mostly live in your large intestine start throwing a bit of a party up in the small intestine. So what does alcohol do to the party? It's kind of like turning up the music and inviting more uninvited guests and really annoying the neighbors. So alcohol can disrupt gut motility. That's like the rhythm and speed of your digestion. It can also affect the integrity of your stomach lining and change your microbiome. So that's your gut bacteria, and change it not in a good way. In some cases, it can actually feed certain bacteria that are already overgrown. So if you've got SIBO, especially hydrogen or methane positive, alcohol might just be fueling the fire. But not all alcohol is created equal. So there's some types that are higher in fermentable sugars, which can cause more symptoms, while others might be better tolerated, in moderation, of course. So here is a general breakdown of how most alcohols affect most people with SIBO. So your worst offenders are things like beer, cider, sweet wines, cocktails, especially those made with like juices or sugar syrups. In the middle ground, we've got things like red wine and dry white wines. And the better tolerated for some people is the clear spirits. So things like vodka and gin, your white tequila, and even better if it's mixed with soda water. But remember, especially in those that are sensitive, even small amounts of alcohol can actually trigger symptoms. So things like bloating, reflux, pain, diarrhea, you know the drill. So what should you actually do? If you're in the middle of SIBO treatment, I would recommend actually cutting out alcohol completely, just for a little while. Let your gut heal, stabilize, rebalance while you're going through this treatment process. Later, when your symptoms have calmed down, you can definitely experiment with reintroducing alcohol slowly. So ideally not on a binge weekend or a bottomless brunch. And as it's a little bit of trial and error, you really need to find what works for you and for your symptoms. And the best thing is to work with a professional who actually gets it. So for those of you that do love a bit of a tipple, I hope this doesn't sound too strict, but if you can abstain from booze while receiving treatment, you can get more accurate answers that you can actually take with you for your future management of your gut health. And it doesn't mean no booze forever. So I'm all about helping your gut work with you and not against you. And I hope this has been super helpful for some of you. And if you're interested, check out my other videos about SIBO and diet, or SIBO and cannabis. See you in the next videos.